Hello, boogers. I'm back. Um, hmm. And tonight I'm going to get straight to the point. I ran across a disturbing story. Um, and this particular story takes me back to um, a while ago when I saw a story about a daycare. And there was a little boy. I'm thinking he was around 8 or 9, maybe, give or take. And these were toddlers, yeah, that he was surrounded by in this daycare. No adult supervision. And he was kicking the kids in the back, and he was slapping them, and he was punching them, and he was pinching them, and then once the baby cried or screamed or whatever, and then he'll take the child and just caress them. When someone was looking, he was caressing the child as if he had done nothing. But this was all caught on tape. It was all caught on video. So anyway, one of the child's parents uh, saw marks and bruises on this child. So he came up and he attacked the first little boy who he thought was doing this to his child. However, it wasn't that little boy, but they did find out who it was. What was done about it, I pretty much don't know, but I know his family was interviewed, and it was like, he's just a child. Kids do that, making all type of excuses as to why he did it. But it was very disturbing. Had you saw the video, you would know what I'm talking about. But anyway, this particular article or story that I ran across was about 55-year-old woman who was babysitting for a couple, and she had babysitted for them for a few years with their first 2 children. Uh, and she was in Krasnoyarsk, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. It is Krasnoyarsk. Anyway, she was there, somewhere other than America. And anyway, like I said, she watched the first 2 children for a couple of years. Yeah. Then I guess she went home for a while, and the couple decided to have another child. And hey, who better to watch our child than this 55-year-old woman? So, uh, one day the mother noticed the child crying a lot, and that the child would lay face down and just cry on this little rocker, you know. She thought that was strange. She asked the woman about it, and the woman said, He's just spoiled. You spoiled him rotten. That's all he does is cry and mope and whatever." But anyway, there was a video going on. Yeah, they recorded her one day in the parent's absence as she was babysitting. The baby was crying a lot, and she was trying to watch TV. So she slapped the baby. And when I say she slapped that child, I mean she slapped him like she was slapping me. And it's gonna take a hard slap for me to. I mean, the way she was slapping that child. Had she slapped me, I would have probably did one of these. Because it was that hard. And not she didn't just do it once. You know, she did it. Pow. And this is a little. I wouldn't say what, maybe 6 to 8 year old child. Yeah. And she was slapping him hard, and then she, as he was crying, and then she'll take her little foot and do like this, and like rock the little rocker, and she'll slap him again, looked as if she pinched him, you know, and then she decides to pull the little rocker over closer to her and just rock the little rocker, like this. Slap, rock, slap, rock. Where did I do that at? So, then she decides to get up and take a blanket and just lay it over him. And then he kind of did like this to kind of move the blanket off his head, and then she threw it back on him. And I'm telling you this story, people, to really keep an eye on your children. I mean, women, if you have to find a man that is going to do the work, and then you stay at home and watch your own child, I think that would be the best thing for you to do. And if it doesn't work in that way, do install hidden cameras in your home so you'll know what's going on at all times with your children. And being that this woman was from Krasnoyarsk or whatever that is, or wherever that is, being that she was from there, I understand, from the understanding I got, she was just fired. Nothing else. So, and then I read a lot of comments saying if that was my child, I would have beat her, and I would have did this, or I would have did that. But you have to, if you really evaluate and you watch what's going on with your children, well, you might stump a knot in somebody if you saw that. I know I would, and I just have to suffer the consequences after it's all said and done. I have to protect mine, and I will. And I'm not saying I'm bad, because you might have a old 55-year-old woman that might beat me down. So I doubt it. But I know she'll have a fight on her hands. And they say respect your elders, but your elders have to give respect to get respect. Okay. Give me your thoughts. Tell me what you would do if you found something out like that. I mean, if I had somebody like that abusing my dog, I'm going to react in a way that they may never lay another hand on another dog. Or a child, for all that matters. Yeah. They'll pay for what they did. And I mean, this is proof in the pudding. She can't say, I haven't been hitting him, I didn't touch him. She can't say that because it's there. Okay. So much for Broomhilda. Now, another story. Now this one, Hmm. It's a mess. I mean, the other one's a mess too, but this one is really a mess. Anyway, it's from First Lutheran Church of Carson. Yeah. It's a preschool. Children 4 and 5 years old. Tell me why this little 4-year-old boy go home and tell his dad that this little 5-year-old girl was, yeah, she was giving him head. Uh-huh. In the classroom, on the playground, in the bathroom. Yeah. A little 5-year-old girl. So, of course, the dad investigated, and he went and he said, hey, this is what's going on with my child. So, uh, and then come to find out, it's another little boy with the same story about the same little girl. Now, this is all out in the open. The little girl no longer attends the school. Hmm. Oh, and the school is getting ready to close down within the next couple of weeks. I know that this situation is why this school is closing down. However, they say uh, the director has decided to quit, and they don't have anybody else to fill the director's position, so they're just going to close the school. Okay, one monkey don't stop, no show. So you mean to tell me the director is quitting, so they're going to close the whole school because no one else wants to fill the position? If it was a prestigious school, they would replace the director. They will go on without a director until they get a director coming. So everybody is going to have to get unemployment or something. You know, these people have homes and lives to live that they count on their income. So if that was the case, no. The school is closing down because this little girl, this little 5-year-old girl and those 4-year-old boys. And the thing is, people, that little girl picked that up from somewhere. And 9 times out of 10, she picked it up from home. So, I advise you, parents, yeah, if you don't get intimate with your significant other, do it behind closed doors. Do it after your children have been put to bed. Do it in your bedroom. I mean, a peck here, a peck there, okay. But don't be all like this, you know, in front of your kids. Don't have them rubbing up on you and stuff like this in front of your children, you know, because they do what they see you do. I mean, this girl's 5 years old. Imagine how she's gonna be when she turns 6. I just think it's a mess. But it is what it is. Parents be parents. Hmm. Oh, Keisha Cole. I know I talked about Keisha Cole already, you know. But I'm on a media takeout and it says she extreme hate Keisha Cole blasts Destiny Child member for a whack Super Bowl halftime show. Beyonce ain't gonna like this. Okay. Anyway, R&B singer Keisha Cole showed that she is an extreme hater. She claims that Michelle Williams messed up Beyonce's Super Bowl halftime performance. And when Destiny Child fans called her out on Twitter, Keisha brought Beyonce into the mess by implying that Beyonce was only famous because of her influential biological parents. Beyonce's father is music executive Matthew Knowles. Keisha then stood by her words, calling Michelle whack. That's some real hater stuff. Beyonce, Michelle, and Kelly did a good job at the Super Bowl. But Keisha Cole didn't think so. And here are her tweets. I think I was trying to blink for a second. Then Michelle sung and woke my butt up. And of course she didn't say but. From my days, she always effing the groove up. And yes, my mom uses drugs. Yes, it's hard. Yes, I'm from Oakland and made it dang far with our influential biological parents. But hey, I love y'all too. And y'all girls is whack and always will be. Now, my question is, who's Keisha Cole?